Call to order the Planning Commission. We'll start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
All right, Bill Niemeyer,
Here.
Ryan Hartley.
Here.
Nancy Owens. Here. Eric Kropp, absent. Christopher Warnemont, absent. Brian Smith.
Here.
Chad Moll.
Here.
Perfect. We have a quorum. We shall proceed. The first item on our agenda is consideration of the minutes from our meeting of November the 5th, as presented in our backup materials.
I'll make a motion that we accept the Planning Commission minutes from November 5th, 2025.
I second.
So Nancy, you seconded? Okay.
All right, it's been moved and said. Are there any comments, revisions, discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes as presented, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, indicate by saying nay. Motion carries. We'll move on to new business. The first item, or only item under new business, is reorganization. And Zach, what do we need to reorganize this evening?
You can take a motion for nominations, and then you can close the ask if you can close the nominations, and then vote on those.
Okay, so we need, am I correct, we need to fill 3 offices, president, vice president, and secretary?
That's correct.
Do we want to take them one at a time or as a slate, or what's anybody thinking?
I'd recommend one at a time just to avoid confusion.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we retain Bill Niemeyer as president.
I will second that motion.
are there any other nominations?
You okay with it?
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Do we have a nomination for vice president?
I nominate Ryan Hartley
I'll
for
s-
vice president.
I'll second that motion.
Why, thank you. I gladly accept.
Are there any other nominations for the position of vice president? All those in favor of Ryan as the vice president, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations. We now need a nomination for secretary.
I make a nomination for Brian Smith to be the secretary of the Plan Commission.
I'll second that motion. Brian, are you willing to accept that position?
I'll accept.
You don't have to wear a dress.
But you can.
You sure can.
We don't judge.
Judgment-free zone.
Judgment free, absolutely.
I'll accept.
Are there any other nominations for the position of secretary? All those in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
We'll move on to old business. We're gonna talk about the sidewalk sprinklers, basketball goals, signage, and I'll turn that over to Ryan.
Yeah, so has everybody reviewed this? Does everybody remember it, or do we need time to talk about it?
I think we're,
So basically, we just need a way to add these to any new covenants for plats that are accepted to be built within the town limits. That's what I would suggest. Like, so if a subdivision comes in and wants to build, and they have a set of covenants, these are things that we want to make sure that are added to those covenants. Moving forward, how do we need to do that?
So this would be an amendment to the zoning ordinance, and it would be, I believe you all have a standard, construction standard, so I believe it would fit in there in some fashion. Regardless, it would be an amendment to the zoning ordinance, which would require a public hearing with a notice 10 days in advance, at least. And then after approval by you all, that approval can be at the same meeting, and then it would go to the town council for ultimate approval.
okay, so how do we start that process this evening? Can we take any action?
Can't take action on it tonight, but we can discuss what we might want in it. And then at the next plan commission meeting, we can ensure that there's a notice, proper notice, and public hearing at that plan commission meeting, and then a vote.
Well, and I don't want to put words into Ryan's mouth, but I think that, and please correct me if I've summarized this incorrectly. I think what we want to say is sidewalks are absolutely required. Sprinklers, we don't want them in the right of way. Basketball goals, we don't want them in the roadways or cul-de-sacs or anywhere in a public area. And signage, the signage, I'm not.
Yeah,
refreshed my
I-
memory on signage.
I had all that stuff typed up, and I didn't include it in the materials tonight, but I can go back to my typewriter, and it's probably still there,
Well,
and
and-
find all that stuff. I believe I shared it with the planning commission in the past, but
So, Ryan, you've shared something with me in the past. I don't know if you have given them kind of the red lines that I shared with you. I think it was maybe back in December.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we'll make a copy. Nancy has hers with her, so if you don't mind, we'll make a copy and we'll give it to you, Zach.
Great.
And then if you would, go ahead and start
Sure.
proposing whatever the amendment.
I've actually got a draft resolution prepared already, so we've got the wheels in motion. We'll get a notice published for your next meeting,
Okay,
and then I'll work with. Ryan, do you want to work together, make sure we've got it all
that sounds great. Just share that with me, and then I will share it with the rest of the planning commission
right?
and let everybody have a chance to review it again, make sure there's no edits or changes, and then we can move forward with
notice for a public hearing at our next meeting.
it says we need to do an amendment to the zoning ordinance
Correct.
first.
So this would be the amendment to the zoning ordinance.
Okay.
And so you have a public hearing to hear any amendments. You
Okay.
can vote on it then, and then the town council has ultimate approval.
Then it goes to the
Okay.
town council.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah, let's work together on that. We'll
Right.
get it to the planning commission and then move forward with the public hearing.
Absolutely. And Ryan, thank you for the work you've done on that and getting it up to this point.
Oh, no worries. It honestly, it's moving forward. I just don't think the town needs to be responsible for any more sidewalks. That's the big thing.
Sure.
Again, we talked about all this, but yeah, I think it'll be good, positive moving forward.
Okay. Before we adjourn, we need to talk about scheduling our next meeting
Yeah.
or meetings for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Are we looking at like quarterly?
That's whatever, yeah,
Unless
like every
if somebody
3 months.
files a petition and we need to have a hearing, we can always schedule a hearing, but so that we are on the calendar and we can publish notice for the public hearing to start taking steps on the amendment of the ordinance.
Well, the RDC has their schedule ahead of time. So they've got one for April 1st. I'm just throwing that out. They have their other one scheduled for July 1st. And then they have their last one for November 4th. So you can
And
go
is
in
the
there. And that's at
RDC usually at 6:30?
yes, no, at 6 o'clock.
They're at
They're all at
6?
6. So
Okay.
you can do a different day on the council and make them at 6. So if
Well-
you want to look at,
I mean, personally, I would look at April the 1st at 6:30.
okay.
I mean, is that,
To do the public hearing, can we do that sooner or do we need to wait?
You can do sooner. We just have to make sure that we have proper publication, which is 10 days in a newspaper.
Yeah.
Let's do,
What-
I'm thinking 18th might not be enough time for us to get it all together.
Well, that's what I was just looking at,
Yeah.
March 18th. Do you think that would be enough time?
Well,
or is that,
if Jack can get us the wording,
So if we can get the wording wrapped up
Friday.
next week, I mean, that gives us,
It's 4 weeks out.
That should be enough time.
I
yeah,
think we
because
could.
the notice has to be 10 days before the meeting.
right?
So, yeah, that. so
Let's try the 18th then.
And do we have RDC or anything else
No.
on the 18th?
No,
Perfect.
Why don't, I mean, does everybody prefer 6 or 6:30?
Will there be a hearing? for
The
that one,
public
Regis?
hearing is gonna go like this. We're gonna say, we now open the floor for a public hearing.
Possibly.
And there may be public input, and then we will receive it. And then we will adjourn the public meeting, and then we'll have our discussions and take a vote.
I would-
So,
You think 6:30? I think we could probably get by with 6:30.
sure.
I think 30 minutes is enough to do this.
We can start late, but we can't start early.
Yes.
Sacks. So let's do March 18th, 6:30.
Yeah,
Sounds fantastic.
got that one.
That is spring break, so I will be absolutely free.
Fantastic. Bring the kids.
Okay, so our next meeting will be March 18th at 6:30. And then do we want to go ahead and schedule a meeting for July 1st and November 4th, each at 6:30? And knowing if somebody were to file a petition that we need to take action on, we'll
Always.
schedule a meeting before then.
Yeah.
Likewise, there's always the possibility that if there are no action items, that we can always cancel. the meeting.
Exactly.
But at least we
At least you've
get them
got
as a
'em planned.
placeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's not, we did not go with April the 1st because we moved it to March 18th.
Well, probably a good thing we didn't because people might have been thinking that we were pulling their leg or something.
Anything that happens on April 1st is automatically
Suspect.
subject. Yes,
It's all suspect.
yes, absolutely.
Okay, good deal. Well, that
Okay.
sounds great.
So then I guess the last thing we need is a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion, we adjourn.
I will second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor of adjourning, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, and thank you very much.
You.